Hi, my name is David. Today we're examining the transformative impact of artificial intelligence on small and medium-sized businesses. We'll explore how AI is no longer just for large corporations, and the focus will be on four key pillars, which are leveraging automation to streamline operations, creating personalized marketing campaigns, enhancing customer service, and making data-driven decisions. This shift represents a fundamental change in how SMEs compete and operate effectively using AI. And at the end, there will be a few key questions that businesses can ask themselves to raise their game with AI solutions. So, in many ways, AI is democratizing technology. Previously, the domain of large corporations, AI now offers small businesses significant competitive advantages by automating repetitive tasks and enabling a level of personalized marketing and customer service that was once unattainable without a large customer service team. And crucially, AI can provide, even at a small scale, data driven insights without the need for a large dedicated analytics department. In many ways, leveling the playing field between large and small enterprises. So let's look at the why. Why is AI trending so strongly with SMEs? The data is quite compelling, actually. First, the economic benefits are substantial, with significant annual cost savings reported actually in real situations. Of course, there's a lot of theory out there how AI can help automate processes and reduce costs, reduce labor requirements, and things like that. But actually, it is happening for many businesses. And second, it provides a crucial competitive advantage in terms of marketing. So, especially important to SMEs is the ability to make online content and promote the business. And now these activities require much less time with AI. Third is accessibility has been a game changer. So low code or no code or AI as a service platforms have removed the technical and financial barriers to entry in that you no longer have to be a computer programmer to be able to make apps. And finally, the gains in operational efficiency in areas such as reductions in errors and processing times for routine tasks can help business owners focus on their core and focus more on providing value-added services to their customers. So, as just mentioned, a particularly disruptive force is in AI is content and marketing. Being able to produce marketing copy, social media posts, and even video scripts almost instantaneously allows small businesses to create a wider range of high quality professional material without a large marketing team or budget or significant time spent on social media campaigns, as is often the case for small businesses trying to reach a larger audience. So this capability in itself, I think, is fundamentally a game changer. And when it comes to customer service, for example, AI enables 24/7 support through chatbots and can answer calls at all times of the day. Unlike the phone bots of the past, they can understand context. They're getting so much better and sounding more natural, handling more complex inquiries, and even can process transactions. So AI can also perform a sentiment analysis on customer feedback and given insights into satisfaction and areas for improvement. So personalized recommendations are a key part of this, increasing customer engagement and consequently raising conversion rates. Another area bringing together these previous points, and we're looking at the concept of hyper automation. This is where AI is applied to automate entire workflows. Okay, it draws heavily on the use of agents, and think of it as automating data entry, then the document review, email management, and all these things put together can reduce processing times and significantly reduce errors, some say by as much as 90%. As a case study, for example, an architectural firm shows the impact is quite profound in this particular example, freeing employees from the mundane work to focus on more high value and billable activities and reducing operational bottlenecks. So things like this, all of this are areas where businesses are just now learning to use AI and put them into practice in real-time settings. So beyond that, I think one of AI's most powerful applications for business is in the data analytics. For SMEs, this can be a little bit tricky because oftentimes the detailed data sets are not available or not sufficient to use AI effectively. But where there is data and where small business is able to put together information about the customers, about market trends, about its products and services, and how customers respond to them, it can unlock a wide range of abilities to make data-driven decisions and without a team of analysts. So it can very easily sift through customer data, identifying purchasing behaviors and trends, and then inform these kinds of trends for the marketing team or the marketing AI to focus on that and build campaigns around these trends. It can be used for predictive tasks like forecasting revenue to help better manage cash flow or predicting demand to help optimize inventory, essentially helping to turn any bit of raw data into a strategic asset for the business. So when it comes to AI agents and co-pilots, you can think of these as virtual teammates with the advantage of being available 24/7. AI assistants can do research, they can help draft business plans, manage schedules, analyze data for any kind of reporting that the user wants to set up. Surveys have shown that there are quantifiable positive results made possible with the integration of these AI tools, and probably their greatest strength is in the leverage. They can be used as a multiplier, enhancing the capabilities of the existing workforce. So recent case studies pulled together from a variety of sources show positive use cases. So consider a local restaurant using AI for targeted social media ads and analyzing review sentiment, resulting in this case a 30% increase in bookings, or a law firm automating document review and cutting processing time by over 75%. Even small e-commerce sites can deploy AI chatbots to handle customer inquiries very quickly and efficiently. So for sure, to get these kinds of results, there's some time and energy that has to be put into the activity, into setting up the AI and training the LLM, as the case may be. But the point is, in this case, for small businesses which are savvy to use the AI tools, significant results certainly can ensue. So from there, a common question is, where do I start? AI tools are increasingly categorized by business function, so marketing, customer service, operations, and many are designed specifically for these kinds of activities or to be able to be set up with low code or no code interfaces. So this is critical for SMEs that often do not have the technical programming or IT skills needed to implement these kinds of systems. For example, tools like Jasper for content or TDO for customer service, Bubble App. I mean, all of these are interesting case studies where a particular application has arisen to address a specific requirement, and many of these have plans that can be started up with very little to even in some cases no cost at the beginning, and it takes a little while to get used to the tool and to learn its capabilities. But once that's done, it can be a huge help for businesses. I mean, in recent years, we would say that we have an app for that. Now you'll hear people say more and more, we have an AI agent for that. So how would a small business approach AI adoption in a strategic manner? So of course, as always, start small. Best way to begin is to identify one or two critical, let's say high impact challenges, and then open up the AI and ask the AI itself, what can it help to solve? And we can ask the AI for a step-by-step guide, leverage the accessible low-code platforms we just discussed to achieve quick wins and build momentum, and to really understand the potential of AI. It's important to keep the ROI in the calculation, even if there isn't a direct, let's say, connect the dots A to B in terms of cost savings or new revenue. It's important to understand what is the output. If the AI is helping to increase social media content, and we know that that has an impact on the number of customers that come through the door, then that is something, it can be measured, very difficult to measure in a small scale, but over time, as the social media presence gets stronger, as the data analytics get better, then a business owner can potentially see a real increase in revenue or a reduction in costs. And so that is key to keep that in mind, to understand what is the revenue, because it's not just about the amount of expense that goes up front in subscribing to many of these services, but it's also the time. Most importantly, often it is the time. So in that sense, as a business owner spends more time on it and subscribes to some services, it's possible to put a value on the time and compare that with the output that's coming out as a result of the AI. So as automation increases and systems become more sophisticated, then it's possible to track the impact on costs, efficiency, and revenue, and to use this feedback, this real world feedback, to guide future and larger AI initiatives as the business grows. So I think the key takeaway here is that AI is no longer a futuristic concept reserved only for big IT budgets and big corporations. It is a present day accessible tool to enable business growth. So by starting small, leveraging user-friendly platforms, and tracking the output and its impact on the business, SMEs can adopt these technologies in stages, and they can use that to grow in complexity, or their knowledge of the AI and use of the AI grows in complexity as the business itself gets larger. So the great news here is that a little bit of effort can go a long way, and also bring with it the opportunity to thrive without massive budgets being deployed. So, a few questions to small businesses can ask themselves to get started. First, looking at it from a problem first approach. So, what is the most critical or time consuming or costly problem in a business that we believe AI can solve? So, rather than just adopting AI for its own sake, what are the challenges? Put it to the AI, start the conversation with AI with just that question. Here's my problem. How do I solve it? Another question is on data readiness. And does a business have clean, accessible, relevant data to train or feed the AI tools? So some of the AI tools require some training and some time and data that goes into that. Others just require a little bit of input and some key questions along the way, like a conversation, like the Chat GPT or Google Gemini, any of these common data AI or AI applications out there. All it requires to start is a question, and but as the systems get more sophisticated, then the information to feed the AI. So then the question is, does the business have this information that can be useful for the AI over time? Yes. So that's something businesses have to think about, is how are they going to collect the data to feed into the model to get a greater use out of the AI. Another question is then of course the integration with the workflows. How will this AI tool integrate with the existing software and daily workflows, and what steps are needed to ensure a smooth transition or effective use of the AI? So this is something that business has to, oftentimes these processes, to answer that question, the processes would be mapped out, and a business can determine what are the key contact points with customers or interfaces with other parts of the business, other departments, other teams, and how can the AI help to facilitate communication and present the data in a way that allows the business to respond, and the individuals in charge to make decisions to more effectively respond to the market or whatever information the AI is putting out. Measuring ROI already went into a bit of depth on that, but how can a business track its cost savings, time saved, revenue growth, and customer satisfaction improvements? These are all possible with the help of AI systems. And finally, scalability. Does this solution have the capacity to grow with our business? And most importantly, how can the business learn and continue on that cycle of learning as the business becomes more complex and AI tools become more accessible? So I think one final thought in all of this, as with every other business using AI, does that mean the AI is no longer becomes an advantage? And instead, at what point does it turn into a business necessity? So what happens when the AI is telling every other business to do the same things to help grow their businesses? So they think they're getting an advantage over you. Now, small businesses are not just competing against each other, but also competing against the computer. So over the long run, to really get ahead, a small business owner will soon need to be more clever than the AI, more clever than a computer. So AI continues to develop and improve, and that will be increasingly more challenging task to not only outsmart the competition, but also to outsmart the competitor's AI. Uh, in the meantime, however, what we can say for sure is that someone who doesn't use AI will probably start to slip behind. So, with that, hope you enjoy the AI journey and have a great day ahead.